Let's go to an Italian bus operator right now. I'm very happy to welcome Walter Dabbicco and Marika Tota from MarinoBus. And it would be very interesting to learn how your bus company, you being a bus operator in Italy again, how did you spend this COVID-19 period digitalizing your company and finding better results by doing so? Walter?
And hi, everybody. We are really glad of being here, even if virtually. Marika is by my side. We need to keep our distance. I know. I think that you know everything about coronavirus. For this reason, we thought to be a little unconventional in our really short presentation. We tried to organize in a few lessons what we learned in these 6 months, and obviously what we've done to restart the game. As you can read, we'll talk about POP, because never, as in this case, we understood the importance of clear and easy talking to customers. Digital, but also POP. And so let's play with us this game. As in every arcade game, we have 3 increasing difficult level, and following this summary, we'll be able to identify some tips that can be helpful for other companies. But first, let's give a look at our company. Marino Autolinee was founded about 6 years ago in the south of Italy, the sunny side of Italy, to serve mainly the routes towards northern Italy. Last year, MarinoBus, we changed our name 3 years ago, transported about 1 million passengers for 45 million euro of on revenues. And so the story. On the 17th of March, we decided to stop all our buses. For the first time in over 60 years, we took this decision because Italian government set up the general lockdown on March 9th. And only was got a real and demonstrable reason to leave, to travel could leave. But there is another important problem, a reputation management problem, contributed also in our stop decision. A lot of picture and journalistic news showed policemen and health workers get on our buses, and people started calling us spreaders. So in this picture, you can see the now classic 2020 COVID-19 decline. In the first 2 months, the green line, 2019, and the violet one are very similar. The decrease in demand started in the last days of February, and as I said, we stopped definitely in the middle of March and in April. We are going to see later what is behind the rectangle on the right. And so now we are stopped, afraid about the future employees and the national lockdown. So a perfect mix to make research. This is our first answer to lockdown. Absolutely fundamental was taking part in webinars and also reading articles and interviews, both sectoral and generalist. Our main goal was to understand and recreate trust in passengers and realize how to make them feel again safe in traveling. The second lesson is the +1. When I say do the +1, I refer to our marketing office mantra, always doing something more of what is required. For this reason, when the Italian government set up some rules for traveling, we decided to make them stricter. We immediately designed and activated the Protocollo Sicurezza MarinoBus, MarinoBus safety protocol. You can find it in the following video. It's very short, and it was really released in the end of April, mainly via web. Tell me if you see it. And third lesson, be fast in setting up a new supply chain, and as I said, be creative. As you saw in the video, besides this new onboarding way, the MarinoBus safety protocol provided seat covers and isolation curtains in non-woven TNT in Italian. We were lucky because this material is largely used in the sofa, the couch production, the main industry of our geographical area. So we immediately make agreement with some sofa producers to set up a new supply chain with tailor-made seat covers and curtains. Then fourth and last lesson, be pop. As I said, we talk about pop because never, as in this case, we understood the importance of clear and popular talking. So with our press office, BMP from Rome, we worked to appear in the more mainstream Italian shows like Pomeriggio 5, in English it will sound like afternoon on 5, and for the Spanish friend, tarde sul 5, creo, with an average share of 2 million and half audience. And also on other national and local TV show. And so on the 3rd of May, we restarted the engines of our buses, half load on our double-decker approved for 66, and the price increased around the 30% of usual full fares. Since that day, step by step, we reactivated most of connection until now with around 90% of our destination served again. And so Marika, all passengers reacted.
So thank you for your attention. For this third phases of our arcade game, we decided to carry out 2 satisfaction surveys. And the first question was based on if you were to travel today, would you feel safe? We asked this to our passenger because we needed to understand if our passenger were ready to live this new way of traveling. And as you can see, the answers to this question was in May, 41.9% of yes, instead in July, 79% of yes. As you can see, this answer came from users that didn't travel in this 3 months. And you can see the difference between May and July and understand how in July there was a general increasing in trust and in willingness to leave. By the way, it would be interesting, the next survey that is scheduled for the last day of September. So if you want, we can share in the next day the results. The second satisfaction survey was based on the question, until the COVID-19 emergency is over, do you prefer to pay more and keep operative safety protocol? And you can see the difference right here is a very minimal difference. And you can see in May, we had 75% of yes, in July, 79%. And this is a little difference because we noticed that the price increasing is considered acceptable for our passenger. And this means that our passenger, our customers understand all the efforts that MarinoBus is doing for them and also the economic one. So they are, so MarinoBus is making available to them with all our efforts. To complete the stand-up stage of our arcade game against COVID-19, we are really proud to show you our summer campaign. In Italy, we were probably the only ones who did this campaign using no stock images, but we commissioned an illustrator to draw some 60s Italian vibes postcard. And so, like never before, was like very important to be Italian, to feel Italian. It was like an honor and a pride. So, thank you for your attention, and I pass the floor again to Walter.
Oh, here we are to the last slide, probably the most important, with the final evaluation of our game. The dotted red line shows the hypothetical number of passengers with full load buses. As you can see, we met a considerable decrease in general mobility demand in May and June, obviously followed by less offer from our company. But in July and also in August, I can confirm it, we can see how the gap between the green 2019 line and the red dotted one decreased. This was one of the most important data for us. Probably this is the result of a mix composed by a general more trust in traveling, we saw that, good working in promotional communication, and acquisition of new market shares in some particular geographical areas. So finally, concluding our tips to win a game against coronavirus, the first one, research. Managers must be like an antenna. Second tip, surveys. Here we are in the digital team. Know what your passengers are thinking. Number 3, be pop, because you have to reach the target with the right media and the right communication. And then the last one is our mantra, always do the +1. Many thanks, Marika, many thanks to you, and thanks for your attention.
Thank you so much, Walter and Marika. This was a very nice case to see here presented. And actually, it illustrates what was shown in an investigation done by CheckMyBus, where we saw that as soon as the COVID crisis and the COVID contamination was going down, the demand for bus tickets was going up quite fast. As soon as it was going down, the demand for bus tickets was going up. I see Lorena knocking, so I understood your study quite well, right? And this is what is illustrated by you as well. When we see that at the end of June, or beginning of July, at the end of what we call the first phase of COVID-19, the coronavirus was going down in most parts of Europe, and the demand for tickets was going up. But then the second phase came. Some parts it was the end of July, other parts it was mid-August. How did your figures evolve then, Walter? Did you see again that when COVID was coming up again, the demand for tickets was going down? Did you notice this as well?
Yeah, and we are waiting for a cold autumn.
Yes.
Usually, autumn is a low season period for us. No tourists and only university students and workers normally travel with our buses. The problem is that we have to see how virus evolves, but also it is not clear if university will be open for a live lesson. Paolo from Milano can help us to understand if there will be students. And also some big companies like Communications One decided for smart working forever. So we need to understand what expect us. For this reason, we are working now on remodulation of our timetable for autumn in order to optimize resources without delayed destination.
Right, I see. One last question for you, Walter and Marika. Were you, as a company, able to offer break-even services for your company while respecting the social distancing that you showed in your presentation? Is it possible for you say that your clients are prepared to pay a bit more to feel safe, but was it still I'm not even saying a profitable business, I'm saying were you able to offer your services at a break-even level?
Probably it's possible in this period of full fares. But when autumn will come or February and March will come, that are period when we are in low fares, it will be very, very, very difficult for us.
Difficult again. Yeah, I fully understand. Okay. Thank you so much, Walter and Marika. I really appreciate it.